I just thought I'd do a quick video on while we're planting out these wildflowers, on how we're trying to turn this into this old bit of orchard here, which is quite nice. It's got some older trees. I do love that plum tree there, this one in front there, that is all sorts of weird shapes, and it needs a bit of pruning and that, but I do love it. Anyway, not to get distracted. So this whole area in the middle here and up that bank that we've shaped, we're trying to turn into a meadow, and you can see the path running around there that we've sort of reshaped, and then up at the top, path around the top that's going to mow through. So I mean, there's a couple of ways of going about this, and it's to, one is because it's all been all mown grass for such a long time, turn it into a meadow is to take it all up and turn it and plant it and seed it. I don't want to do that. It's a massive job. It'd have been a massive job over winter, and also it's going to damage a lot of the soil life underneath it. So trying to do as minimum damage to that as possible, if none at all. But so, and the other is to spray it and kill it, but I'm not going to do that either, for obvious reasons, because it's really bad. So what we're trying to do is, in autumn, is we scarified, so raked really hard with the spring rake bits of patches of grass and moss out, and then sowed seed into that, wildflower seed, native wildflower seed into there. So I think there's some chamomile coming up there, and if we're lucky, there's some poppy as well, I think. But just down here, that's yellow rattle there. So yellow rattle, if you don't know, is semi-parasitic, so it burrows into the grass roots, steals nutrients off them and reduces the vigour of the grass, because the grass grows a lot faster than the plant, so it just shades them for nutrients, light, sunlight, water, so they just don't grow. So the yellow rattle will eventually sort of push the grass back a bit, reduce its vigour, and give patches for the wildflower to hopefully self-seed. The best bet I found with yellow rattle is get it fresh, so buy it fresh, sort of late summer, autumn, or if you can harvest it, even better, and sow it there and then. It needs the winter to germinate, and it needs the winter in the grass, in the ground. I've tried to germinate it in trays with grass, and it works to some degree, but not like sown direct. So you see there's little patches here that are where there've been hollows, bumps and hollows. What I tried to do is either sow seed into these or plug plant. So there's some cornflower there that have been plug planted into there, and I'll show you what we've got here. So we've got some field poppies, which sown into these cardboard modules, which are good for this kind of stuff. For other stuff like chilies and that, I found and tomatoes, they're a bit rubbish really, because they're quite cold, so they stay a bit wet and cold, which is no good for sort of chili and tomato roots. And they just peel apart nice and easy. Just trying to show you this one. You can see the roots starting to come out at the bottom there. Hopefully you can see those. So there's some field poppy that was sowed into those probably about 4 weeks ago, and then starting to put those into the little patches around wherever we can find a little patch, little gaps, and pop those into cornflower, field poppy, got some corn cockle, marigold, other stuff like that to go in. We've sown a lot of seed onto that bank, so some grass as well to try and match the meadow up, and some wildflower seed. So we'll see it's starting to come up, so we'll see what happens there. I think it'll start to develop pretty quick, and these patches will be hidden pretty soon, and hopefully that bank will start to be hidden soon as well, and it'll all become into the meadow. So, and we'll check back in as we go along and see how it gets on, and I'll update you with that. Hopefully it all works out.